starting?
Okay.
Recording.
It's going.
1, 2, 3.
4, 5, 6. Why are we wearing the same outfit?
Because we're connected by some weird brainwave. As soon as I put stripes on, I was like, somehow, I've never seen Madeline wear stripes, but she's going to be wearing stripes.
I'm going to wear them. And I wore it.
And here we are.
Well, this is like a light cotton sweater. It's a good for this temperature.
It's very nice.
Thank you.
I love a cotton sweater.
I do too. There's justice for a cotton sweater.
Fisherman vibe. A little bit, the old man, the old ladies in the sea. Oh God.
Ahoy, matey.
Yeah.
You know what I thought you were going to do that one today?
What? You did?
By your pause, I just had a sense in my soul that was going to be the greeting back.
You saw my little gears turning.
Oh, they were turning.
The exact one that I did?
Oh, yeah. No, I thought you were going to do that. I honestly should start writing it down in advance as my prediction.
Ooh.
In the same way that we're always wearing the same outfit.
The stripes.
That we should just predict.
Well, I like that. I think we should start doing a blind guess as to...
Yeah.
I'm going to start doing it for what I think you're going to be wearing.
Okay.
And you start doing it for what you think I'm going to say when you say hello. Done.
Consider it a deal.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Did you have a good weekend?
I had a lovely weekend.
I love that.
It was my husband's birthday. Happy birthday, Cutter.
Happy birthday, Cutter.
Did I tell you what we did on Saturday?
You did.
We went, for the listeners and watchers out there, that sounded creepy. We went to Dave & Buster's. I don't know the last time you went to a Dave & Buster's.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. And let me tell you, they are scamming people up in Dave & Buster's.
No.
Let me complain for a moment.
Dave and Buster?
Dave and Buster are scamming you out of your prizes because you have to get a little card. It's like looks like a credit card with your points, which fine. Okay.
Yeah.
More efficient than tickets.
Yeah. Although I loved
the tickets. Well, and now you go, I was playing a game and I was killing it.
Yeah.
It was like the ring toss, like on bottles.
Classic.
I was killing it. I was like, we're going to get so many points. We're going to be able to get like a stuffed animal or something.
Yeah.
Like a bigger prize than a free pen or something.
Yeah.
Or like the finger
trap.
Yeah, finger trap. Play it doesn't count towards the prizes. And they do not advertise that.
Wait.
There's a little...
You're telling me there are certain games
that
don't count? Like you...
Oh, there's a lot of games that don't count. Learn that quickly.
Why would you... What?
Correct. And what I also don't like about Dave & Buster's is that we spent $25 for a little card for the $25 worth. And then we're like, oh, we should play like a couple more games. Wouldn't that be fun? Can we just get like $10 more?
Yeah.
No, got to get another $25. You can't do a custom amount. At least I couldn't figure it out on the machine.
Oh, they are diabolical business.
Come on,
people.
Dave & Buster's. Every game should count towards the prize.
That's diabolical business.
It is shocking, appalling.
It's upsettingly smart.
It's upsettingly smart because all the machines have the same card reader thing that you tap the Dave & Buster's card on. So you still have to use the card with your money, your Dave & Buster's money.
Your Dave & Buster's cash. Your Buster's bucks. That's what they should call it.
It is Buster's bucks. But then you play it, and then at the end, it would tell you, oh, you get 25 tickets or whatever. Nope. Rude. Bring back just an arcade that has tickets. Just please.
I mean, look.
It'd be
Madeline,
so fun.
My whole internet, bad idea.
I
know that's how you're watching us right now, so you could keep it for our podcast and our podcast alone and medical devices that are connected to Wi-Fi. Other than that, nope. I don't want a cell phone.
No cell phone.
I would like a landline. If I'm not home, you can't reach me. I don't want I don't want a Buster's Bucks credit card. I want those adorable string of tickets that I can feed into the machine. Send me a letter. Faxes were fine.
Fax it to me. Okay,
you get
we
a
have
catalog.
an office.
You get a catalog and you send away for things.
Oh, remember Sally Foster catalogs? You'd sell wrapping paper. Did you have
yes.
that? Bring back a Scholastic book fair.
The internet has only ruined things, and that. Thank you for coming to my.
Thank you for coming to our TED Talk.
Our TED Talk.
I will say when someone wants to give us money and we have an office, we're getting a landline.
Yes,
we're getting a landline.
Oh,
calling it. Just like a voicemail hotline. And there's just a landline.
Also, like business. You want to do business?
Call us. Call us on the landline.
Call us on our landline. 1-800
Sports Gossip.
Sports Gossip, which is too many numbers, but it doesn't matter because we'll have a special landline.
We will, of course.
Oh, I dream about an office.
That'd be fabulous.
Anyway, well, I'm so glad you had a good weekend.
Yeah.
I went up to Boston, saw some family, some friends, had a lovely time.
Great.
Shout out to everyone who said that you listened to the Sports Gossip Show.
That's
very
so nice.
sweet.
Thank
very
you.
moved. because when people are like, yeah, I listen, you're like, oh my God. Because like we just sit here and talk to each other and then it goes out into the world and I sometimes forget people. Like, the goal is for people to hear it. But
it is nice.
Very nice.
It's nice.
Anyway, little moment of gratitude there. Let's start today, Madeline. This isn't really gossip. It's just a lovely thing. Diana Taurasi, WNBA great, announced her retirement last week. And I just think, she played 20 seasons in the WNBA.
Incredible.
For the Mercury.
That's a lot of seasons with one employer.
Right?
That is a lot. That is a lot of years you're putting in to probably a lot of different bosses.
Yeah.
A lot of turnover.
A lot of Christmas parties.
And
everyone's always like, oh, LeBron still plays 22nd year in the league. And it's like, Diana Taurasi played 20 years.
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Anyway.
She really is iconic and a legend.
She also is just like her media appearances bring me such joy because she does not hold back and she is exactly who she is across the board. And I would be honored to meet her someday. And, she could be like, I think you're stupid. And I'd be like, I respect you, Diana.
And you're like, but still come on the pod.
Still come on the podcast. Oh, Diana.
Come on the pod.
Come on the podcast.
Wow. Well, congratulations to her. What a career. I hope she has a fabulous retirement.
Me too.
And I don't know, does something cool. I'm sure she will. I have faith.
Another small thing before we get to some of the bigger Dave and Buster's credit card items today.
See what you're doing there.
Can you talk to me about what happened with NBA Centel?
Oh my God. Okay. So for those who don't know what NBA Centel is, it is a parody account, I guess, of NBA Central, which is a legitimate Twitter account about NBA news.
Yeah.
And
aggregates.
Aggregates information. And NBA Centel tweets out things that I will say have gotten to the point of like, you look at them quickly and it's hard to tell if it's true or not, like because it looks so real, to the point where they've even mentioned it. I saw recently, wasn't it Colin Cowherd on Fox Sports?
Yeah.
Cited a story that I believe was from NBA Centel and was not from NBA Central, but because it seemed real.
Right.
And it's gotten to the point where like the lines are blurred.
One of my husband's friends has a great question that he poses to people, which is, when does a joke become a lie?
Ooh.
And I feel like NBA Centel is really walking that line.
Yeah.
To the point where, I think it was Kevin Durant who replied to a fan about and said, you got Centelled.
Yeah.
Right? And then Merriam-Webster added it to the dictionary.
Right.
To be like, you got fooled. You got
fooled. And so I interviewed NBA Centel for Impersonal Foul a couple months ago after that Kevin Durant tweet. It was anonymous. And, we still don't know who this person is. I have my own theories. And all of this to say, a couple days ago, Centel got suspended from X. He's now back on. He, she, whoever. It, people, I don't know, are back online. But my guess, I feel like the NBA is over it. And I feel like exactly like that moment happening with Colin Cowherd on Fox Sports, I feel like was like, okay, we got to do something about this account.
Oh, so you think that they got...
I think they got
spoken to.
I think so. Or I think, spoken to, I think they probably, these networks, maybe, I don't know, Adam Silver, personally, emailed Elon, I don't know, to be like, we got to suspend this account. Because it's gotten a little extreme.
Yeah.
Like how, it's like, it feels very real, the things they're tweeting.
That's so interesting to me, though, because, my first thought when I saw it was something similar of like, was there a lawsuit threatened?
No.
Was there legal action?
I don't think so.
Okay. Because to suspend it and then allow them back is so interesting to me, because it's basically saying like, you can come back, just don't be quite as incendiary as you were being, which is such a subjective line to walk.
Right. Obviously, I wanted to kind of get to the bottom of it, of why they were suspended. To your point, like, was there a lawsuit? Were they told to be quiet? I messaged NBA Centel on X. They didn't respond, obviously, for a couple of days because they didn't have access to their account. Finally, I got a response from NBA Centel. I had said, did your account get suspended? And they said, no, just temporarily restricted. I should be back soon. This happened to me before.
Oh.
So I think this has happened before. Maybe a post got flagged.
Okay.
Or something. I don't think it was because there was a post that was worse than the other fake news that they're posting.
Okay,
I think probably it was just cumulative of like people reporting the account.
Got it.
Is my
So
guess.
it could have also just triggered an automatic suspension.
Yeah, right, exactly.
It might not have been necessarily
Elon
from on high.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, being like, right, okay.
And so anyway, so there's that piece. And then also I messaged what was the NBA Centel account on Instagram.
I love this.
That I had messaged many, many months ago. I'm not going to give away the handle of this other account. And things just seem kind of complicated internally with NBA Centel. I don't have any verified information. It's just based on messages I had back and forth when I had sent these messages on X. I also sent messages to the Instagram account, which now has a different handle. It seems messy.
So you think that there is there are multiple people involved in NBA Centel?
Yeah, I think so.
And they are having some.
I think there's some internal turmoil going on. Yeah, I'm not gonna say more because also I don't even know if the person I'm messaging. I don't know if it's the same person as the Twitter account. I think it's not. I think it's a different person.
Wow.
But I don't have this verified.
No. This is you are doing amazing reporting. These
Very
are
important.
the most important thing happening in our country right now, for sure.
Of course.
This is all very good information though. Based on what you're seeing, these are the things that you're thinking, and we're not saying anything is certain, but
yeah.
Whew.
And the person I was messaging on the Instagram account did say basically more information is coming. Essentially is what, that's not verbatim what they said.
What a cliffhanger from NBA Centel.
So I don't know what's going on there. There
Okay.
seems to be some internal drama going on with the Centel universe.
Look,
beyond just getting suspended on X.
I can imagine you're running a satirical account.
Right.
And you have a difference of opinion as someone else. I was like, did someone cross the line?
Right.
Was something funny? Was something not funny? Oh, beautiful.
There's a lot of stuff going on, I think.
I can't wait to find out.
If NBA Centel wants to give a statement, if you're listening,
guess who's available?
We're available. We can chat.
You can email us at info@sportsgossipshow.com.
Yep.
But you can also just DM Madeline, who's already on it.
I'm on it.
All right. All right. Let's stick with the NBA.
Yeah.
Because the Dallas Mavericks are falling apart. Having a big time come apart in Dallas.
Oh, my God.
This is... I don't know that I've ever seen a franchise sort of implode in such a short amount of time before. I'm sure it's happened, but I can't remember it.
Yeah.
So for those who might not be aware, Luka Doncic, the former star of the Dallas Mavericks, was traded in the dead of night to the Los Angeles Lakers for Anthony Davis, who has been hurt. Luka goes to the Lakers. And he is playing, I mean, they're playing out of their minds. I think, let me see, I wrote this down. They have won 5 straight games with Luka in the lineup, the Lakers. They're 12 of 14 overall, and the defense has been crazy. The Lakers are now the number 2 seed in the West.
Which, to put it into perspective, a couple months ago, I mean, they were going to barely make a playoff cutoff,
They
right?
were like 11th.
Yeah, right. That is a come up.
The Lakers glowed up big time. And it was only a few months ago that everyone was saying, JJ Redick, who took the job in the offseason, he was like, fooling himself with this roster. They could never make it. Right. I said it. I was like, this is a team where it's like a bad boyfriend where you think you can fix him. And JJ thought he could fix him. And you know what? This, if the Lakers were a man, that would have been the turnaround of the century. No man has ever bettered himself as much as the Lakers just have in like 2 weeks.
It's like it goes against everything we've been told about when you're in a relationship with someone who you're like, I can fix him, like the Taylor Swift line, I can fix him. No, really, I can.
Yeah.
And no, they really are. They're fixing him. It's working.
I mean, maybe in this case, the analogy isn't totally correct because you would have to switch out one of the man's brain. You'd have to it's like you gave him a different brain and then he became another person.
So it's severance.
Sorry. My bad. The Lakers are severance.
It's severance.
Who is Luka?
Who's the innie? I feel like Luka is his innie on the Lakers.
Yes.
Not his outie is still with the Mavs.
Yeah. Yes. Oh my God. And his innie's working so hard. But his outie is still.
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's been very fun and exciting. Well, and the man who did this, number one, public enemy number 1 in Dallas, is a man named Nico Harrison, who is the GM of the Mavs. And I loved your newsletter, what you wrote about after Luka played the Mavs for the first time, Luka being as a Laker. And there was that amazing image of the back of Luka's head, a photograph with Nico Harrison sitting in the crowd, and Luka is staring him down after making an amazing shot.
It's so good. Well, and as I said in my newsletter, I mean, ultimately, and we've talked about this briefly too, like companies are not your friend. And Luka learned the lesson the hard way. But honestly, sometimes it's the best thing that could possibly happen to you in your career, you know?
Totally.
A sudden layoff, whatever the case may be, sudden transfer. Look at him now. He's staring down Nico.
It's crazy. It's like I truly think this is the best thing that could have happened.
Oh, for sure.
To Luka. Also, you and I were texting when this was, I guess this was last Tuesday. So we had just recorded or Wednesday, and we were watching the, Lakers Mavs, and Luka shows up and he looked so skinny.
So skinny.
And I texted you and you were like, I was just talking about that.
I'm like, that man has done 4 juice cleanses already.
Well, he's probably been so stressed from the move that he hasn't been eating that much.
Right. Oh,
that's pure speculation. But like when I get really nervous, I can't eat.
I was just like, he did a juice cleanse. You're like, no, maybe he's just stressed out. You're probably right. You're probably right.
But okay, so that's all well and good. Good for Luka, good for the Lakers. The Mavericks, on the other hand.
Oh my God.
Did you see that they are raising ticket prices for next year's season tickets?
I did, and I saw that people are already canceling their season tickets, as they should. So you can't raise the prices when you get rid of your star player that the city loved.
Right?
You can't do that. Unless you're replacing them with Beyonce or someone like who you need a comparable trade for Luka.
You know what you need
do that.
if you're going to give Luka away. You know what you need?
What?
A different Luka Doncic. You need Luka to give away Luka. You need Luka. There is no one that would replace that man.
That's correct.
In that city.
You're right.
And I think that it is absolutely well. It's also something that I think happens more often than people realize. But because the Mavericks fans are so mad at them, they notice the price increase. And they're like, "I'm sorry, you're trying to get me to pay more for a significantly worse and heartbreaking product?"
Right. It's like now when places raise prices because inflation, they just go inflation. That's what the Mavs are doing. They're just trying to pull some inflation made up excuse when it's really they're just trying to be greedy.
Yeah.
Please. It costs more to what? Not print tickets. You don't print that it's on your phone. Pay more for what?
That's where you went with that? The printer? Toner?
Like what are they? Oh, toner's gone up. Oh, the cost of your Wi-Fi bill to like set up the ticketing account with Ticketmaster. Please, front office, please. Be serious.
I love that. I love thinking like the Mavericks' biggest expense is like, how are we going to get people their physical tickets?
Yeah, right. Or it's like, oh, the cost of the free sweatshirt you get for your season. Please be serious. Oh, you can't lose $1 per sweatshirt.
They also said the Mavericks said that they are raising the prices because of ongoing investments in the team and fan engagement.
Okay, so bullshit. So that's inflation.
Okay, so
they're saying inflation.
The opposite.
Air quotes.
Oh, sorry. You're investing in your team,
right?
By investing, do you mean giving away one of the greatest players?
Right. They're like, well, of course, we have to buy 5 more T-shirt guns for next season.
The T-shirt
fan
guns.
Engagement.
They're
As if anyone really? Do we need a size XXL shirt that is printed on nothing? It's like paper thin white see-through Gildan brand or whatever that brand.
Oh God.
If you know.
Or the one with the long what is it called? Tag? The long tag in the back. Do you know what I'm talking about? Where they're like a little too soft and thin. They're like the cut isn't boxy enough for me.
Oh, it's not alternative apparel. Is it? No,
that was Los Angeles apparel.
That was from the
that was American apparel.
That was American apparel.
For some reason, Madeline, those shirts drive me absolutely insane, and a lot of companies use them as their swag giveaway. The long. Anytime I see a long tag shirt, I'm like, no. Thank you. I will not be wearing that.
It's not like. I'm sorry. I just gotta keep talking about this. It's not like the Mavs are now using comfort colors for their T-shirt. If those are elite T-shirts,
the best blanks.
Elite. If they're like, hey guys, we're using comfort colors now for all the free T-shirts, I'd be like, okay, I'll take the 8%.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, right, that's fair.
Fine.
But instead, fans are like, oh, sorry, fan engagement?
Please.
More like fan divorce.
Correct. And now, I mean, honestly, karma is not working in their favor because also, did you see that Kyrie is out for the season?
Yes.
With an ACL injury.
You're so right. Someone up there, some forces in the universe are being like, hello, Nico Harrison.
Yeah, bad vibes. I'm telling you, we talk about vibes a lot on the show.
Yeah.
But the vibes are off. You guys need to cleanse the room, cleanse the arena.
Kyrie Irving, who Luka was very close with, who's been playing very well, who Nico Harrison famously has been like, well, I got Kyrie and nobody thought that would work. And it's like, okay, well, that's not the same thing as trading Luka at midnight, but whatever. So he tore his ACL. It was like 9 minutes into a game against the Kings. And Jason Kidd, the head coach of the Mavs, said that when the other people on the team saw Kyrie in the locker room afterwards, it really, quote, took the wind out of their sails, which is really saying something if there's any wind left in their sails after this whole month.
Right.
Like they were sitting there in the doldrums. There was no wind whatsoever, and then somehow there was like now there's negative wind.
There's a negative wind. There is no. They're going to have to
go
buy
backwards,
and it's going to cost more because of inflation to get that wind.
So it's really. This is one of those things. I feel like I might have said this at the time where when I started working in sports, I thought that people running stuff knew better than I did.
Yeah,
and this is like, oh, you don't.
No, they don't. No, they don't. They don't. He's just an incompetent boss at a job. Nico Harrison.
Your company is not your friend.
Company is not your friend. Said that at the same time. In other news, I don't know if you saw this. Our man Travis Kelce, tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs, is not retiring. Which I'm actually a little surprised.
I was going to say this. You said last week he was going to retire.
I know. I really thought he was going to retire.
Why did you think he was going to retire?
Just vibes. Energetically.
Yeah.
I just feel like his podcast is really successful. He has all these other off the field endeavors that are doing really well.
Yeah, like
it's not
dating
like he's
Taylor Swift.
Exactly. Key piece. But it's not like he has nothing going on off the field. Right. Whereas I do think some other players, if they don't have other ventures going on, I could see it being a much more difficult decision to want to retire. But he has so much going for him off the field that like him playing football, it's not secondary at this point, but almost. Do you know what I mean?
It could, if he wanted it to be, it could be.
It could be.
Yeah.
So, and maybe he's seeing this next season as kind of just like, I'm doing it for fun, you know?
I don't know. I think this was announced on Pat McAfee's show on ESPN. Travis texted McAfee and said he's coming back for sure. Going to try and get to the best shape I've been in this offseason and get back to the mountaintop. And he also said, got a real bad taste in my mouth with how I played in that last game and how I got the guys ready for battle. I can't go out like that with 4 exclamation points, which doesn't that track? Don't you see Travis as someone who uses a lot of exclamation points?
Yeah, he's like a golden retriever.
Yeah. I can't go out like that.
But he's also like kind of smiling while he's saying it.
Yeah, he's like, I can't go out like that. No, but so I think this is very interesting because when athletes retire, a lot of times they want it to be on their terms. And it's very hard to do that because so much is out of your control as someone on a team, especially a sport like football, where there's so many other factors. So it sounds like Travis just like can't live with the idea of his last season being losing a Super Bowl, which makes sense because Jason Kelce also played another year after losing a Super Bowl. And then they didn't make it to that far in the playoffs or even to the playoffs. I can't remember. And so I sort of feel like the Chiefs, having gone on so many long postseason runs recently, the team, I think I would just be surprised at this point if they got back to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Because like it's exhausting and there are already so many other great teams in the AFC that they play against. But I feel like this is Travis being like, I just can't go out knowing I didn't try. Like, I think he's going to come back super intense.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wonder if he'll work with Taylor's trainer, whoever she worked with for the Eras Tour, because if you went to the Eras Tour, it was the most impressive athletic event I've ever been to in my life.
1,000%.
Maybe next to the Olympics. I mean, truly.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I wonder if Taylor's like, you're going to work with my person.
So her
to get you in like elite shape.
Is at a gym called the Dog Pound in New York City.
Okay.
Where Carly Kloss, her former best friend, also I believe might still work out or used to. I don't know why I know all of this, but that's the really important stuff going on in my brain.
I remember knowing about the Dog Pound gym when I used to model because there were a lot of models from Victoria's Secret who would work out at Dog Pound.
Yes, like
including
Adriana
Carly Kloss.
Lima.
Yes.
Yes.
Anyway, that was a time.
Maybe
should we go do a workout at Dog Pound? I want to know what Taylor Swift's workout. Like I want to do one of them.
My back, I would last maybe 2 minutes in.
5 minutes. Maybe we get to 5 minutes.
If it's running on a treadmill, I'm toast.
Oh, I can't run on a treadmill.
I can't even run.
I can jog.
You can jog.
I can jog, but I'm a slow runner. Slow to the point where I might as well walk.
Well, I can walk. We could walk.
Yeah, we could kill it.
I used to run so much, and then I got arthritis in my back at the ripe old age of 35.
As one does.
This is boring.
Anyways.
Anyway, so here's the thing that I would like to talk about with Travis retiring.
Yeah.
Real quick. Do you think there's any part of Taylor? I could see if I were in this situation. I'm not saying before the Swifties come at us, because some people got very mad when we talked about her publicist the other week.
Yes, very, very upset.
If I were Taylor Swift, I could see it going one of two ways, where it's like, oh yeah, he was going to retire. Great. We can like travel the world together. We can build our production empire, because I feel like Travis also is producing movies, wants to do more. Taylor has said she wants to direct a movie. Like they could be an entertainment, they are an entertainment power couple. So I could see her being like, oh, that was exciting. And then also being like, okay, now I have to go and do those like tunnel fit walks for another season.
Yeah.
I could also see her being like locked in. She loves it. She wants knowing how she talks, and I feel like she's like, yes, babe, like go get him. You're going to win another Super Bowl and I'll be there. And her outfits are going to be even more like the boots are going to be
even taller.
It's going to be like a boot jumpsuit at this point.
No, I could see that. I think Taylor's probably a very competitive person, just knowing how she presents herself.
Really? You don't say?
Can't confirm or deny, but I just assume.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like she sat him down, gave him an off-season pep talk after he had like cooled off from the Super Bowl loss, and like just like hyped him up.
Yeah.
Which is a supportive partner should do. So I do agree. I think that totally was an influence in his decision to come back.
Yeah, I feel like
there's no way it wasn't.
No.
Oh.
God, what I would give to be a fly on the wall when Travis and Taylor were talking about whether he should retire or not.
Oh, I wish I was there.
Do you think she's like quoting song lyrics to him?
Maybe she's like, you know what? You might have bad blood with the Eagles, but just shake it off.
Oh, nice. And she says, if I were a man, I would play another year of football.
I could keep going, but I won't.
Yeah, we'll stop there.
Won't.
Anyway, so
wow,
good for Travis.
Good for Travis.
Also, real quick.
Yeah.
You know that I've been obsessed with Traders this season.
Yes.
Wes, who was a guy on Traders who everybody turned on and voted him off of the show.
What's he famous for?
The Challenge, Survivor, The Challenge,
okay.
I think. Like one of these shows that I haven't watched. A competition strategy game show where you try to like screw people over, basically, I think. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Do you watch Survivor?
No.
Oh, I love Survivor.
I feel like
so
I would.
Good.
Now that I love Traders, I'm like, I actually think.
I'll give you the seasons to start with. Yeah, I've thought about it. I'm like, should I like apply to go on Survivor? Which I think I would like. But the problem is, Charlotte, you know this. I don't eat fish. I really don't like the taste of fish. And that's like a main staple of the diet when you're on the island.
So you would not go on Survivor because you don't want to eat fish. The fish would be the deal breaker for
I think
you.
I would have to go get hypnotized before I went.
Okay, you have this idea. Oh my God. You think that Madeline really believes that she can get hypnotized and come out of it liking fish.
I have had so many bad.
Do you know
before you come for me, I've tried every type of fish, as we've talked about.
And recently, because I've asked, because I love
really
fish.
have. No, I really have.
Anything like that's smelly or gross, I love to eat. So, the fact that do you know anyone who's been hypnotized?
I know someone who's been
and it's worked.
I know people who've been hypnotized to like stop smoking cigarettes.
Has it worked?
Yes, that works.
Really?
But I don't know anyone who's specifically been hypnotized to want to eat fish.
Wait, okay, now you have to do this.
I know I need to.
This should be like a sports gossip show feature. Madeline gets hypnotized
to then apply to be on Survivor.
And go on Survivor.
I would love to go on Survivor.
Okay. I feel like I would be too much of a little baby.
No, I think you'd be good on Survivor.
Really?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, one, you can eat fish. Ever said to me.
One, you can eat fish.
Yeah.
You can play the mind games. And you can also do the challenges, but you don't need to be like the most intense person in the challenge, like the physical challenges. There's mental challenges. Like I wouldn't be the most fit person doing like the physical challenges.
I think you and I could probably destroy people on Survivor.
Mentally, for sure.
Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. My new thing, Madeline, I want to go on Traders so badly.
Why don't you apply?
Well, you can't apply because it's like you have to be a D-list celebrity, and I'm not even a D-list celebrity. I'm like
a C-list.
I'm like a Y-list celebrity. Like I'm not a celebrity. So I wonder if there's any casting director out there who's like, it would be really funny if we got this random podcast writer lady.
Yes. I would love to have you on the Traders.
Thank you.
That'd be amazing.
I think I would have to be a faithful, but I also think I could be a trader.
You could. For sure. I've seen people on TikTok do their own games of Trader, like at birthday parties and stuff, and I feel like we should do that. Arrange a game. You can do it like at home.
That'll be my gateway to
your gateway drug.
Just I've never in my life wanted to be on a reality show. I've been like, this is an awful idea. It's terrible for you. I not just like, oh yeah, I think I could go on Trader. It's like that is a career goal now.
Okay. All right, put it out into the universe. You know,
manifesting.
You know what show I think we could go on?
What?
Because of our special interests
What?
In bridges and transportation. Ooh. The Amazing Race. Because that is a show about navigating in kind of stressful environments in foreign countries.
Yes.
We love a map. We love a bridge. I think we'd be good on that show.
Yes, I love that. I'm also very good in a high pressure situation.
Same. Exactly.
Yeah, get very calm. If I know one's coming, I'll be nervous about it, but when it's happening. But if one comes out of nowhere,
right.
Calm as a cool as a cucumber.
Okay. Anyways, that's our pitch.
All right. Anyway, so I brought him up.
Oh, sorry, I didn't finish. He was on Challenge.
He was on Challenge, whatever,
okay.
And he was on Traders. Yes. And apparently, he went on a podcast saying that he knew that Travis and Taylor West is who we're talking about, because I last said his name like 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
He said he went on a podcast and said that he knew Travis and Taylor were dating like months before it went public, or like they were dating when he went to the show at Arrowhead.
Oh my God.
Because he says that he's Travis's neighbor. However, I think he is a neighbor in the gated community Travis moved to in November. So I don't know whether this guy is full of it. I don't know whether he's hearing things around Kansas City. I don't know whether did Travis move? So Wes was like, I'm going to move too.
Right.
It's not totally adding up, but I love that there's a like somewhat not famous guy from the Traders being like, I knew.
Suspicious.
Anyway.
Okay. Interesting. That's interesting intel.
Yeah. Wow.
Whether true or not.
We really went places.
Wow. Well, in other football news, we cannot go an episode of the Sports Gossip Show without mentioning our favorite man. Bill Belichick, a couple days ago, was reported that Hard Knocks, the documentary series that follows NFL teams, was interested in following Bill Belichick and the UNC football team and his presumably year coaching or whatever, however long this bit is going to last, like however long it's going to last. So that initially came out. Obviously, we were like, oh my God. This is because of I was talking about it. We said that they're going to do a reality show, him and his girlfriend, Jordan Hudson, the 24-year-old. But now it's come out, he's not doing it.
Why?
Well, according to a report, a quote from NFL media spokesperson said, NFL Films had discussions with Coach Belichick and UNC about appearing on Hard Knocks this offseason, but couldn't reach an agreement. So I'm like, okay, well, why couldn't they reach an agreement?
Right.
I feel like it's probably a pretty straightforward.
Well, because last we heard, when this was first reported, they were like, the deal's not signed yet, but it's imminent.
It's happening.
It's very close to happening.
Yeah. So in this report, it said that sources said creative control was at the center of sides being unable to reach an agreement. Where does your mind go?
By creative control, do you mean Jordan Hudson?
Correct.
Oh my God, Madeline, this is 1,000% what happened.
For sure.
She like wanted to be in it more, or she wanted certain things for the show, or she was like telling Bill he had to demand certain things to the point where NFL media was probably like, you know what? We're out.
Yeah, 100%. Because as we know, she's kind of his, maybe not really, but sort of like middleman manager.
Yeah. Oh my God. Okay. If anybody out there actually knows this, please, please, please let us know what went down.
Right.
Because I am willing to bet these podcast microphones on the fact that she had her paws in this.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I bet you was that she wanted to be featured more. She probably wanted more off the field storylines about Bill and his personal life being featured, aka she wants to be featured more. And NFL was like, I mean, like, sure, but also like, no.
Also, though,
it's not the format of the show. I don't know.
I don't usually take her side. However, I feel like they might get more viewers if they followed her.
Like, are you kidding?
Maybe she was right that actually would have been
yeah,
I would have tuned in.
Oh, are you kidding?
Would I watch if Jordan's not in it?
Yeah, because here's the thing: if it's Hard Knocks, we're just gonna be fast forwarding until Jordan shows up on the screen.
So also
right.
the funniest part of all of this is that the reason they're looking to college coaches and college programs is because no NFL team wants to be on Hard Knocks, because last season when the Giants did the offseason Hard Knocks, there's also an in-season one now. But the Giants were on camera letting Saquon Barkley, the amazing running back for the Eagles, who just won a Super Bowl, they were on camera letting him go, not paying him, seeming like an organization with no direction, no idea what they were doing. And they looked so bad that no team will do it now.
Which honestly, you know what? Fair. Who wants a documentary about your workplace and your embarrassing decisions you're making as a company?
True.
Yeah. Honestly, the fact that the show lasted as long as it has in its current format is kind of surprising, actually.
Really true, because most organizations have no clue what they're doing in general, not just in sports.
Yeah, in any industry.
So, okay, another Jordan thing that I need to tell you about because I got so angry when I saw this. So Jordan Hudson is from Maine. She's from Hancock, Maine. She says that she is a 9th generation fisher person. Like her ancestors were fishermen. And her dad had to leave the industry because regulations pushed him out. And so in last November, she posted a picture of a sign that said Sprague for Maine. And my research, as far as I can tell, it's this woman, Heather Sprague, who ran I can't even remember what it was, but I also found she is an election denier from 2020. This all came up because Jordan was at a conference when it was announced that the Trump administration was pulling, over the course of a year, $5 million worth of funding from something called let me pull this up real quick, the Maine Sea Grant Program. And this happened because Maine's governor, Janet Mills, said she wasn't going to comply with Trump's executive order saying that you need to ban transgender women from sports. And so Trump, retaliating, pulled funding from a thing for fishermen. And so here's where this gets interesting, Madeline, because Bill Belichick is her boyfriend. He is very good friends with Donald Trump. Donald Trump went on his podcast a week before the election last year. And then in 2016, Bill wrote a letter supporting Donald Trump that he read at a rally the night before the election.
Yeah.
So it's Jordan's Instagram post. This is wild.
Oh, no.
She said, "Dear @POTUS @White House, I am Jordan and I speak for the fishermen. I speak for the fishermen, for the fishermen have no voice."
Wait. First of all, that sentence right there is like a sentence from a book.
No, I think it's from the Lorax by Dr. Seuss.
Okay, that's what I was about to wait. I was literally about to say that. That sounds yes.
So first of all, also the fishermen have a voice. They don't need you to be their spokesperson. No. And then she goes on to beg the president of the United States to restore funding to her state. First of all, just have your boyfriend.
Have your boyfriend.
Call him up. And also, in that same carousel of photos where there are pictures of the Lorax, she is standing in a picture next to Susan Collins, a senator from Maine who's a Republican, who has sided with Trump on a lot of things. So it's like the hot dog meme from I Think You Should Leave, where it's the guy pointing in the hot dog costume as a hot dog car has crashed through the window and being like, "We're all trying to find the guy who did this." It's you probably could reach him.
You probably could reach him.
But she is just, this is exactly what we've been talking about. She is planning her move into politics.
Yes, for sure.
Right?
For sure. Oh, 100%. 100%. I think maybe she's trying to gun for I don't know what position Bill would, Secretary of the Interior.
Defense?
Yes, exactly. Correct. Yes, I have nothing else to say. Yes.
It's just wild to me because there was that picture where we were she looks like a politician's wife. And and you know what? On some level, good. Yeah, they should restore the funding, the federal funding. I'd be shocked if a judge isn't trying to block it already. Right. But it's just a little bit look at me and making a situation about herself.
100%. And, I'm sure people would maybe say, oh, well, she's just using her platform for good to try to help these fishermen. However, I would say, looking at her history and track record of the type of content she has posted and her decisions she's made publicly, she's trying to set herself up for some sort of political situation. This is not just I'm supporting my community. I have some Instagram followers. No,
she's playing a real life game of traders. She is maneuvering. She's
playing the long game, and she is on Survivor, her own island.
Truly. Anyway. So that was that.
Wow. Well, in other football news, I'd be remiss not to bring up this man, Aaron Rodgers.
We are really playing the hits today.
We are playing hits. This is like the hits episode.
This is crazy to me. We don't talk about Bill Belichick and Aaron Rodgers because we love talking about them. We've talked about them so much because they keep being in the damn news.
What are we going to do? Not cover them? It is not in our due diligence as sports gossip journalists.
Truly.
To not talk about these people.
Right.
We have to. Well, and we have to talk about Aaron Rodgers. There's a report. Is he going to play for the Giants? Which part of me is like, I hope it's true.
Same.
Because if it's true, that means he's employed and isn't starting a podcast for another season. But if it's not true, where's he going?
That's a great question. Also, if it is true, he stays in the New York media market, which is always entertaining for us, for our purposes of content.
Right.
But also, do you remember we did his astrocartography?
Yes.
And not a single line of good faith or will or opportunity ran through the eastern seaboard?
The only other place it had run through was California.
Yes. Oh, and the Midwest.
Wait, and again, I'm not a sports expert, so you can correct me on this, but I saw something. Isn't Matthew Stafford maybe trying to leave the Rams?
He sure is.
What if Aaron Rodgers would to play for the Rams?
I think the Rams might not want him.
I mean, yeah, fair.
Can you blame him? Sorry, that was mean. Well, he's whatever.
I mean,
anyway,
he is what he is.
He's what he is.
He's an enigma. Or thinks he is.
Oh, he's not.
He's not an enigma.
So anyway, I'm just for a guy who does ayahuasca, consults the spirits, goes to darkness retreats. The fact that he's being so irresponsible with his career as to not play in a place that his astrocartography suggests he should play, it seems like malpractice.
Malpractice on his part, for sure. Oh, for sure.
So, also though, the Jets, Madeline, this talk about workplaces and companies that aren't your friend. The NFL Players Association does a survey where they ask their players questions about how does a team treat your family? How is the nutrition program? How's the strength program? How is the head coach? And you have to grade them.
Okay.
The New York Jets were the only team where the ownership got an F.
Shut up.
And this is where Aaron Rodgers was playing. It was notoriously a disaster of a season. There were rumors that Woody Johnson, the owner of the Jets, his teenage son was calling the shots.
Oh, yikes. Oh my God. Wait, I would love to see the results of these surveys. This is juicy.
Well, I happen to have them right here.
Okay.
But the one thing before we look at them, I want to say about the Jets is that Woody Johnson last month, before the survey came out, in the introductory press conference of the new coach and the new GM, because he had fired them both midseason and then the Jets completely sucked. He said, absolutely, I have to look in the mirror and I have to be a better owner. And I'm trying to be better. And my question to you, what 77-year-old billionaire do you know who's ever started to be better? No, truly, what are you going to do, Woody?
He's I'm going to go to therapy. I'm going to do some inner family systems. What is it called? That child,
right?
Working through his childhood trauma now.
I mean, better late than never.
It's never too late. But have you ever met a 77-year-old period who says they're going to change and then they change?
Well, I'm
in your ways
35. I can't change. I've tried. This is what we're working with. Come on. That's an insane thing to say. I'm going to be better. Okay.
It's such a pointless, fluffy, nonsense statement also.
Yeah.
Might as well just say nothing. Just say nothing about it.
Yeah,
we got an F. What about it?
Shut your yapper, Woody. Okay, but here's the team report card. And the thing that I think is the media obviously picked up a lot of, Woody Johnson was the only owner to get an F.
Right.
The thing that alarmed me was that the Cincinnati Bengals got an F- for treatment of families.
Wait, what? Wait, what does that category encompass?
Well,
does it say what that means?
Yes, they're one of only 3 teams that don't offer daycare during home games, and they're one of only 10 teams that do not offer a family room during home games. And some players said that they cared so little about their families that it almost felt disrespectful.
So it's like a toxic working environment.
Sounds
oh my God.
like it.
Oh my God. Wait, this is so fascinating.
Isn't it?
Okay, now I'm going to have to dig into these reports because that is very juicy.
Look, it's crazy. It's every single thing has a...
Wow.
You can sort it by which team had the best food, The Miami Dolphins.
That feels right.
A+. Which team had the worst food? The Cincinnati Bengals.
Wow, Cincinnati had a lot of bad grades.
Right.
Maybe, I mean, listen, Joe Burrow is really stuck in a bad situation. Quarterback for the Bengals.
We got to get him out.
We got to get him out.
We got to jailbreak Joe Burrow.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, God.
I know.
Oh, that's terrible.
So I was like, okay, well, that seems fascinating.
Yeah.
But it's also like, the Jets were awful last year.
Yeah.
And it sounds like it was a pretty toxic work environment.
Yeah.
And I just want to say, maybe those two things have something to do with each other. The way your company is not your friend, maybe the environment your company provides you has something to do with how well the whole company succeeds.
For sure. Huh. So shocking.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thunk it? We're really in sync today.
Yeah, we're really rocking.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God.
So we haven't talked about the MLS, I think, at all. Major League Soccer.
Men's League of Soccer?
Major League Soccer?
Major League Soccer.
It's Major League Soccer. It should just be Men's League.
Men's League of Soccer is...
It's more appropriate. Anyways, as I'm sure you probably are aware, at the MLS, they recruit a lot of top players from Europe to come play kind of towards the end of their season. David Beckham famously played for LA, as you know. And then Inter Miami recently-ish brought over Messi, arguably the best soccer player in the world, maybe of all time. Soccer fans may come for me on that one, but I don't think so.
I
feel like I'm correct in
I
that
don't think it's a crazy thing to say.
Whatever. If you want to come for me, fine. Anyways, Inter Miami was going to play the Houston Dynamo in a game in Houston. And when Messi plays any team, it's like in the similar kind of Caitlin Clark effect, where when Caitlin Clark is playing opposing teams, the ticket prices for those games skyrocket because people want to see Caitlin play. They don't actually, not that they're not going to see their home team play, but like they're kind of more going to see Caitlin Clark.
Yes.
So that's kind of what's happened with Messi as he's been playing like these away games for Inter Miami. The ticket prices skyrocket because people want to see Messi play. So a couple days ago, Inter Miami was traveling to Houston to play, and the Houston Dynamo announced that they were going to compensate fans attending the match because Messi wasn't going to play.
Wait.
They released a statement. I got to read this. This is crazy.
Please.
This is from the Houston Dynamo, not from Inter Miami, okay? They posted this. They said, the Houston Dynamo are excited to host Inter Miami at Shell Energy Stadium on Sunday evening. This obviously already happened. The recently shared player status report for the match did not include forward Lionel Messi, but it has been reported he did not make the trip to Houston. Unfortunately, we have no control over who plays for our opponent. We look forward to hosting everyone tomorrow for what will be an incredible atmosphere and celebration of soccer for the city of Houston. To show our appreciation, fans who attend tomorrow night's match can claim a complimentary ticket to a future Dynamo match this season. Additional details will be provided early next week. This is a statement I have never seen before from a team apologizing that Messi isn't playing against them.
What?
Yes.
Wait, so they're like, okay, so because our opponent isn't as exciting as we thought it would be, we're going to give you a ticket to another game that won't be as exciting because it's Messi's not going to. It's not like we'll give you a ticket to when they come to town next.
Exactly.
Isn't that
crazy?
Like also such a damning statement about how they're like, look, we know you don't care about us.
Right.
But thanks for showing up. And because we want you to show up again and we're letting you down because you didn't come to see us, come see us again. What?
Right. You know who
Have
needs...
a little pride, Houston Dynamo.
Have a little pride, but here's what I'll say.
What?
You know who needs to take a page out of the Houston Dynamo's playbook?
Who?
The Dallas Mavericks. Nico Harrison. Look at what other teams in other leagues are doing for their fans. He should be giving discounts.
Great point.
To Mavs fans after the Luka trade.
Look, we know you're upset with us.
Yes.
To try to make things better, we're going to discount season tickets next year.
Right.
And we're going to work on getting better and you can rebuild with us. Instead, they're like, we're going to raise prices.
For fan engagement. The Houston Dynamo are getting fan engagement. Well, it's an insane statement to release for an opposing team's roster change. You know what? They're probably going to have more loyal fans because they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Because they know people are going to see Messi.
Also, you know what? Sorry. I'm sorry that I said have a little pride, Houston Dynamo. Because, well, first of all, you should. And it's a weird statement. But there is an honesty to this that is not pretending, hey, we are the center of the universe and everything revolves around us. We know we're not.
Right.
So it's calling it like it is, which is very rare these days in any arena, let alone sport. Every sports team is like, I'm the most important thing that has ever happened to my city.
Exactly.
And it's like, you might not be.
You might not be.
And the Houston Dynamo are like, look, we're not, but Thanks for showing up. Please show up again.
Please show up again. Please get your free ticket. Free gift with purchase.
Oh my God.
I think it's a fair deal. I'd be like, I'll go to the game. Yeah, free game. Why not?
Yeah, it's fun. Soccer games do have incredible environments. Even like the Atlanta. Have you been to an Atlanta?
I've never been to an Atlanta United game, but my brother has been to plenty of games, and they seem amazing.
They're incredible.
Yeah, they really seem incredible.
So maybe the Houston, maybe they're not lying. Maybe it will be an incredible atmosphere.
Yeah, but I do love this.
Yes,
More teams
really
should
good.
do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, that was our good PR moment of the day.
Oh gosh, they're few and far between.
They are.
Well, I think that's all we have.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on this journey with us, as always.
Yes, please like and subscribe, rate, review. Saw some new reviews on Apple. Thank you so much. If you haven't reviewed us,
I gotta go read them.
Yes, they're very lovely.
Oh.
So please review us if you haven't. It really makes a big difference.
Thanks, everybody.
Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Sports Gossip Show. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And we will catch you on the flip side. I don't
See you
know
next
why
time.
I've started to say that.
I like it.
All right. Bye.